The New York Knicks, they escape and snap the three-game losing streak. They beat the Toronto Raptors. 112-98 is your final score. After the Knicks win 9 in a row, they fall 3 straight. Now they're back in the win column and get back on track. My name is Richie here on Knicks Media, and I want to share my thoughts of this game and what it means for the rest of these games coming up. Make sure you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments, Knicks fans, of tonight's matchup against the Toronto Raptors. Big shout out to BetUS, as always, for being the sponsor of Knicks Media all season long. Let's get into it, man. So this game for the New York Knicks meant a lot. Obviously, losing the way that we did on Monday against Orlando with all of their injuries did not feel good, right? The Orlando Magic, they're a good basketball team, but Suggs got hurt. They're still without Paulo Banchero. They're so injured, and they were still able to beat us, and we were without Karl-Anthony Towns. And now going up against the Toronto Raptors, this was a must-win, man. You cannot lose to an 8 or 9 win team like the Toronto Raptors. I was at the Knicks-Raptors game on December 23rd, and the Knicks completely blew them out, and I was hopeful that they were going to do that again. Now, this game was a little bit competitive in the first half, but then the Knicks in the fourth quarter went on a 14-0 run, and Karl-Anthony Towns comes back in this game, and they're able to get the job done. This game right here is not going to make me feel like all of our problems are solved here, but it's definitely in the right direction. Friday night is when every Knicks fan is going to be really paying attention on how we match up against one of the best teams in the NBA. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, OKC fell to the Cleveland tonight, or they did play, right? Cleveland and OKC. Yeah, the Cavaliers beat the Oklahoma City Thunder. Wow, they're 32-4, the Cavs, while the Thunder are 30-6. So that's going to be a great rematch for the New York Knicks at home against OKC. Cannot wait to see what that looks like. But in tonight's game, we saw efficiency. We saw what this Knicks team is all about. Karl-Anthony Towns, in his return, had one game off on Monday. 27 points, 13 rebounds, an efficient 9 of 14, 3 steals, 2 blocks, 3 of 3 from downtown. I just love that Cat does not shoot a lot of threes, and he just shoots with such precision. And I love how he's not someone that chucks a bunch of threes, and this guy that, he's shooting 45+% from downtown this season, and it's really ridiculous to see him be able to do that. Jalen Brunson, he was able to put up 13 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds in this game. Mikal Bridges with 10 points, struggled from the field tonight for sure. Josh Hart with a double-double, near triple-double, 21, 11, and 7. And OG Anunoby was the other featured Knick in this game. 27 points, an efficient 8 of 13, and 2 steals and a block for OG Anunoby. 4 3-pointers for OG. Things you absolutely love to see. Now, I know this game, again, is not going to make us Knicks fans feel like everything's solved. We want to see the depth. We want to get healthy. We want to be able to defend and beat the best teams in the league, and that's how we're going to be able to do it on Friday night. So you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments of how you feel like this Knicks team matched up against the Toronto Raptors, and what's your confidence level in being able to go up against the Oklahoma City Thunder, because that is going to be the biggest matchup of the season. And it's a rematch, right? It's a rematch where you feel like, I don't want to look past this win, because you got to be able to win against the bad teams. And you got to give the Knicks credit, man. We've been able to beat up on the bad teams, and that's how we are able to be the 3rd seed in the entire NBA, all right? So, and if you go look at BetUS Sportsbook, folks, we are still one of the favorites to come out of the Eastern Conference. We are top 3 in odds on BetUS. So the Knicks are still favored to be one of the better teams to compete with Boston, compete with the Cleveland Cavaliers. If you want to get your 150% sign-up bonus, don't forget to use the code YouTube150 when you sign up for your deposit. So big-time shout-out to BetUS for always being the proud sponsor of the channel. The New York Knicks right now, they're plus 1,100 to win the NBA title. And that's pretty interesting, because you look across the league and the other odds, for example, the Nuggets plus 1,600, Thunder plus 275. They're obviously a big-time favorite here. The Cavaliers are plus 1,000. So the Knicks and the Cavs have the same odds, basically, and the Cavs are a way better team than the Knicks right now in terms of, obviously, they are on another level. Only 4 losses of the season is ridiculous. So I feel like the Knicks are going to get comfortable. They dealt a little bit of adversity, and I just want to invite some Knicks fans here to not get too panicky when we go on some little losing streaks, when we see some adversity, when we see some fatigue. I trust Tom Thibodeau. I trust his team, and I feel like you as a Knicks fan should trust them as well, that they're going to figure themselves out for the rest of the season, especially when it comes up against these big-time opponents. We got OKC, Milwaukee, Detroit, Philadelphia and Minnesota in these next few games, and a majority of them are at home at Madison Square Garden. So they got to take advantage of that and try to separate ourselves from the 4th and 5th seed and try to solidify ourselves as a top 3 team in the Eastern Conference. All right, so Knicks fans, hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Comment your thoughts of the Knicks win tonight and your overall perspective heading into that game against the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'll be going live probably tomorrow or Friday to preview the game. Cannot wait to see you guys there. Hit the like button. Love you all. Big shout out to BetUS again for sponsoring the video. Let's go Knicks, baby. Woo!